The storm over the alien capital city was not from weather. It was from fear. Inside the tall crystal hall of the Alindra Empire, human diplomat Alexander Reed followed two guards through a long glowing corridor. His heart beat hard. Every step echoed. The air felt heavy, like something terrible was about to happen. He had come only to sign a peace agreement. A simple mission. A calm discussion. Nothing more. But now, everything had changed. Alexander kept thinking about the message he had received only 1 hour earlier. Human diplomat, your actions have saved the life of our royal daughter. Present yourself before the Empress. Immediately. He had no idea what they meant. He didn't even know he had saved anyone. But the guards did not explain. They only walked fast, silent, tense. Alexander felt like he was walking into a trap. The hall doors opened with a sharp metallic ring. Inside sat Empress Lyrana, ruler of the Alindra Empire, her silver skin glowing under a blue light. Her eyes were cold, ancient, filled with power. And beside her stood her daughter, Princess Saris, a young woman with emerald hair and a shy face. But the princess was staring at Alexander with something like fear, and something like hope. Alexander bowed slightly, keeping his voice steady. Your Majesty, you called me? The Empress stood up slowly, her long cloak whispering across the floor. Human, she said. Your act of bravery saved my daughter's life this morning. A transport pod was falling. You pulled her away from death. You reacted faster than any Alindran. Alexander blinked. He remembered it now, the strange small girl who almost got crushed by a cargo drone outside the docking bay. He had jumped without thinking. I only did what anyone would do, Alexander said. But the Empress raised her hand. No. You did something far greater. And now, the law of life binding is in effect. Alexander's breath stopped. What law? He asked slowly. The Empress nodded toward her daughter. Princess Saris stepped forward, shaking a little. She looked at him with soft, vulnerable eyes. And then, she spoke the sentence that froze him completely. For saving my life, by our law. I belong to you. By Alindran tradition. I am now your concubine. The hall became silent. Alexander felt his blood turn cold. He opened his mouth. No words came out. The princess looked embarrassed and scared, but she continued. It is our sacred law. If someone saves a royal life, the royal must join with them. It is payment. It is honor. It is duty. I am yours now. Alexander took a step back, his voice cracking. Wait, no, that's not right. I didn't save you for this. I didn't even know who you were. The Empress's eyes narrowed. It does not matter. The law is ancient. You cannot refuse. Alexander's heart hammered in his chest. His diplomatic mission was already dangerous. But this? This was a political nightmare. If humans accepted, it would cause scandal. If they refused, it might be seen as an insult, even a declaration of war. He felt trapped between cultures, between expectations, between two empires ready to burst. The Empress stepped closer. Her voice grew colder. And there is more. The bond must be sealed today. Before the sun set. Alexander swallowed hard. What happens if I say no? The Empress's expression turned stormy. You saved a royal life but refused the sacred bond? Our people will see it as betrayal. As dishonor. It would break the fragile peace between our worlds. The threat hung heavy in the air. The guards tightened their grip on their weapons. Princess Saris bit her lip, tears forming in her eyes. Alexander felt a sharp ache in his chest. She wasn't the problem. She was innocent, following her culture, her laws. She looked terrified too, as if she didn't want to force this bond on him. Alexander stepped toward her, lowering his voice. Princess, do you even want this? Saris looked down. My want does not matter. My duty does. Alexander felt that answer hit him like a knife. Duty. Not choice. Not desire. The Empress raised her hand again. You will accept the bond. Or our alliance dies. Alexander tried to breathe, tried to think. His training told him to stay calm. His human heart told him to run. And then, something unexpected happened. Princess Saris suddenly grabbed his wrist. Her hand was warm. Soft. Trembling. Her voice broke. I cannot refuse the law, but I do not want you to be forced either. Please, speak with me. Alone. The Empress frowned but allowed it. They were led to a private chamber. A quiet place filled with soft glowing crystals. Saris sat down on a low bench, her hands shaking. I am sorry, she whispered. I never wanted this. But my people follow old laws. If the bond is not accepted, they will blame my mother. They will blame the humans. They might even start a war. Alexander stared at her. She seemed young, kind, confused, caught in a cage she could not escape. He sat across from her. Tell me the truth, he said. Do you want this bond with me? Saris met his eyes. Her voice was barely a breath. I don't know you. But I do not hate you. You saved me. You were gentle. Kind. Anne. She blushed. You are not unattractive. Alexander almost laughed. Almost. But this is not love, she whispered. This is duty. Alexander took a deep, slow breath. What does this bond even mean? He asked. Saris looked embarrassed again. It means I belong to you. I live with you. I follow you. I support your house. Anne. I give you heirs. Alexander's jaw dropped. Heirs? We're not even the same species. Saris looked away. Our science can bridge species. It is possible. But only if both agree. Alexander felt dizzy. This was insane. He stood up, pacing. Saris watched him, her eyes sad. You think I am a burden, she whispered. I understand. Alexander stopped. He stared at her for a long moment. No, he said softly. You are not the burden. The law is. Saris blinked at him, surprised. Alexander rubbed his face. I don't want to destroy peace. I don't want your people to see me as dishonorable. But I also don't want to trap you in something you don't want. Saris swallowed. There is one way, she said quietly. One path that lets us follow the law, and keep our freedom. Alexander turned toward her. What path? Saris looked straight into his eyes, strength suddenly rising in her voice. We agree to the bond, but we do not complete it. We remain partners in name only. We work together. We support each other. And when the time is right, we change the law. Together. Alexander stared at her. This girl, this princess, she wasn't weak. She was brave. So you're offering a political alliance, Alexander said. Saris smiled a little. And a friendship. If you want it. Alexander slowly reached out his hand. Saris placed her hand in his. Their fingers locked. A soft golden light rose around them, the ancient symbol of Elindran binding. Somewhere in the palace, drums began to sound. The Empress entered the room as the light solidified. Good, she said calmly. The bond is accepted. Alexander and Saris looked at each other. Neither spoke. But both knew. This was only the beginning. Two worlds watching them. Two cultures expecting them to succeed. Two strangers tied together by fate. And deep down, something new started to grow. Not romance. Not yet. But trust. And maybe, someday, something more.